Hello, and welcome to the African News Network. I'm Cynthia Nivyoandi, and today we take a look into the upcoming national and provincial elections in South Africa. As the nation prepares to cast its votes on May 29th, a pivotal moment in its democratic history approaches. Today, we delve into the details, implications, and potential outcomes of this highly anticipated election. South Africans will soon decide their future as they vote in national and provincial elections. This election marks a significant moment as opinion polls indicate that the ruling African National Congress might lose its majority for the first time since the end of apartheid in 1994. Despite this, the ANC is still expected to remain the largest party. Let's take a closer look at what this could mean for the country. Historically, the ANC has dominated South African politics. Since 1994, the party has consistently won the majority, allowing its leader to be elected president by the National Assembly's 400 members. However, recent polls show the ANC support hovering around 40%, a steep drop from the 57.5% it secured in 2019. Could this signify a dramatic shift in the political landscape? There are several potential outcomes we need to consider. Firstly, if the ANC outperforms the polls and secures a majority, it will continue to govern, and President Cyril Ramaphosa will likely be re-elected. This scenario hinges on the ANC's strong grassroots campaign, which has historically helped maintain its support base. However, what happens if the ANC's vote share drops significantly? If the ANC falls below 50%, they might need to form a coalition. Smaller parties like the Inkatha Freedom Party, which has about 5% of the vote, could be potential partners despite historical conflicts. Other possible coalition partners include the small Muslim party, Al Jama, and the Patriotic Alliance. Alternatively, the ANC might seek alliances with larger parties, such as the Democratic Alliance or the Economic Freedom Fighters. These coalitions would require significant compromises and might lead to instability. This brings us to an important question. How stable would such coalitions be, and what policy concessions might the ANC have to make? The Democratic Alliance, led by John Steenhuisen, is another key player. The DA, which garnered 20% of the vote in 2019, is popular among South Africa's white minority and has a stronghold in the Western Cape province. Their challenge will be to form alliances with smaller Black-led parties to expand their appeal across racial lines. If successful, the DA could play a pivotal role in a coalition government. Could this be a turning point for the DA in South African politics? Adding to the complexity is former President Jacob Zuma's new party, Umkhonto weSizwe. Despite Zuma's legal troubles and exclusion from the elections, his party might draw enough votes from the ANC to affect coalition negotiations. Zuma retains significant support among Zulu voters and those dissatisfied with the current leadership. His party could act as a spoiler, complicating coalition talks and giving him leverage despite his legal issues. How will Zuma's influence shape the post-election landscape? Meanwhile, the economic freedom fighters, led by Julius Malema, have been effective in mobilizing the youth vote. Malema's focus on economic inequality and social justice resonates with many South Africans. If the ANC fails to secure a majority, the EFF could become a significant power broker in any coalition discussions. Malema has demanded the finance minister position for any coalition deal, a condition the ANC might only accept under severe weakness. How realistic is an ANC-EFF coalition, and what would it mean for South Africa's policy direction? The ANC, which played a crucial role in ending apartheid and building democracy in South Africa, has seen its popularity wane due to high unemployment, rampant crime, corruption, power outages, and water shortages. The economy grew by only 0.6% in 2023. As we approach election day, South Africans are acutely aware of these stakes. High unemployment, rampant crime, corruption, and economic challenges have eroded trust in the ruling party. This election might not only reshape the political landscape, but also determine the future direction of the country. With 27 million registered voters set to cast their ballots, the outcome remains uncertain. Will the ANC manage to retain its majority, or will South Africa see a new era of coalition politics? As we await the results, one thing is clear. The choices made on May 29th will have far reaching implications for the nation. Stay connected to the African News Network on our website, mobile app, and social media platforms for continuous updates as we cover the election results, their aftermath, and so much more of what's unfolding across the African continent. I'm Cynthia Nivyoandi. Thank you for joining us.